our very last day for MLBB here at Games of the Future, Abu Dhabi 2025. Wolf, it's a battle for thirds, man. And, I think some people might be surprised with the results of yesterday, but nonetheless, Aurora, they found themselves here in this third place match against dfyg. I think both you can say about these teams' performances, though, have been rather impressive. There's been mistakes here and there, but in this case, the battle for thirds, what are they fighting for? The pride of being the third place or fourth place finisher, but then also the prize pool, right? That's something that we have to consider too, as this is a massive prize pool here for Games of the Future.
It's twice as much as a lot of pride and glory for the Aurora game. I myself was surprised about the results of yesterday's matches. I thought it will be 3 games at least. I mean, between those two teams, you can argue that they can win over each other, as there could be another kill here onto Zed. Zed is there, alive and kicking because of that revitalize available for them. But yeah, I'm actually surprised that it went the way that it did between Aurora Gaming as well as Sonic. I thought it will be 3 games, about games will be close, but it wasn't. It was very quick. The series went very quick.
Onyx was on something else yesterday, man, and they just looked clean. I mean, there's always those moments. I feel like we've seen glimpses of that all the way back from the group stages, as we days ago started this tournament. And it was just one of those cases where, teams basically improved over time. You had some surprises yourself, when watching some of these teams perform. Again, one of the highlights, I think, throughout this tournament has been teams such as even like Verso Time, for example. A lot of newer faces coming to the forefront here of MLBB esports. And, now when you're down to basically these last few teams to go ahead and, first blood.
And the flicker. Well, I think that's going to be enough for Aurora to get this. They'll want to get a piece of the buy out there. Not get anyone. As Super Ken just gets into the battlefield, keeps his toes into that area, but have to get out because he's quite low. And then Zed pops the revitalize for the second time. And of course, Aurora Gaming with that win, with the first blood as well as the turtle, they will have so much of a lead in the early stages of the game.
Oh, look at this focus here.
Oh, another. Okay. That's a lot of focus, my man. When you said there's focus in that bottom lane, that's like 4 people for Aurora Gaming just taking out Long. And Long didn't even bother popping the flicker. He knows that against 4 members of Aurora Gaming, he knew he's going to die there.
I mean, even if he would have flickered, it's, there's not much you can do about that. And again, the Kalea here in the hands of Light right now is one of the reasons why teams have found so much success in the early game when they pick this Kalea up and that level 4 is available. Little aggression here coming out from Super Ken too, taking that orange buff, but he's going to be able to go ahead and rotate now to his. Demon Kite already got that information, so Aurora might actually go and try to support Demon Kite in taking this.
Well, now, presence of Long and the props Aurora to commit more of their heroes in there. They're not giving up. They're not letting up. They really want to take this. It gives a slam onto Long. Long is going to be taken out without a fight at all. Will take out one, but they will lose more. Super Ken now in trouble. A double kill for Dom and Kite. And Long wasn't able to pop anything out of that. Not even a second skill, not even an ultimate, not even the flicker. Had it been that he used any of those spells, any of those abilities, Aurora Gaming might have lost more of their heroes, but it wasn't the case. dfyg just straight up lost that.
That is such an aggressive Lunox right now, man. Yue earlier got the first blood, and he hasn't let up at all.
Okay, they want to go for Light this time. They do have the damage with the Feathered Airstrike. Knocking up Super Ken this time, the AOG to protect the Great. That's a Granger, look at that. Dominic kind on point. And gets a double as well. Man, Aurora Gaming are so frustrated of what happened last night. They're letting it all out on dfyg.
Yeah, I feel like they just came in with a vengeance in this game 1, man. I mean, even the way Doman Kite's rotating up here, you see this. This Death Sonata that you're going to see him secure here, if it's still in the replay, is just on point. E1 was able to provide tons of damage, you know, with this feathered airstrike from the Farsa, but unfortunately, you know, once that's gone, you're kind of just left there in the winds. And so far, with the way that Aurora Gaming Philippines has been rotating around the map, it's, you know, they're taking what they want. Again, before all that broke out, I was saying UA is probably the most aggressive Lunox that we've seen played here so far in the tournament, just because of the way it started for him after getting that first blood. And they continue to play into this advantage.
Yep, and that is kill. No, oh, it wasn't. Zed is able to pop the ultimate. Demon Kite wants to finish the job. Into the middle, though, Vel wants to take down Doming Kite, but the flicker to the left side. Oh, the footsies coming up from Doming Kite, outplaying Vel. And that's skill number 8. Now, Demon Kite wants to go for more, misses the Appraiser's Wrath. In comes Zed. To attract the attention of Aurora Gaming, E1 will survive because of that. But how about that Doming Kite flicker, man?
That's what I like to call the athletic flicker, man. You know, it's you're breaking ankles, flickering into the bush, and it was good usage of it, obviously. Doming Kite now stacked up at 5-0-2, UA as well. So part of the main issue for DFYG and making themselves get back into this game is not letting this continue to stack up, not letting that snowball continue to get further here for Aurora Gaming PH, especially on those members. But with this lead, it's so difficult because you're just gone in an instant like Super Ken.
Yeah, that's a Lancelot what they took out so easily. Zed
there's a pull.
Tried to save his teammate. Did pull out Demon Kite. They do have the their strike, but they are losing more members and they are gaining kills. It's a 3-for-1 trade-off. Demon Kite, definitely a good target, but in exchange for an explainer, their own jungler, man, this is difficult. They might even lose this turret unless Long takes advantage. Nah, it's not even trying. Aurora Gaming are just getting kills, turret, objectives, left, right, and center.
Yeah, unfortunately, as a Ruby gold lane, or just Ruby in general, you wouldn't really be able to do much against that. We'll see. The turtle's going to be started up here. Aurora's already had 2 of them. They'll probably just take their time as they rotate here to force DFYG off of it. Once again, down almost 5,000 gold. This is going to be a really difficult fight if they chose to fight it. I almost would like to see DFYG not take the fight, and it seems like they'll do just that as Super Ken goes elsewhere. Again, you don't want to let this this wound keep bleeding. You know, you kind of got to stop it the best way you can, and with this kind of lineup, too, it's going to struggle because of the fact that you also just don't have that traditional marksman. You're going to need some more time to go ahead and build up. Aurora will continue to fight and force fights under turrets, as we've seen them. Look at Long, though. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make a creative play here. I think he was spotted out.
Wow, he would just take it out just like that. And yeah, Long just get find an opening. AOG defensively used, but it was cancelled again. A double for Doming Kite. 8 minutes, 10 kills for the Stranger Doming Kite.
This reminds me of the old saying for Doming Kite, Doming Nation, man. You know, when he first debuted, or when he had one of his first seasons in the professional scene, this is probably one of the fastest KDAs built up by a gold laner so far throughout this entire tournament. And, you know, that's why I'm saying it's really difficult, because even if you say, like, all right, the game plan is you look at your items and how much of a disparity there is here for DFYG, even if you say, okay, let's just hold on and wait, Light is not giving them that chance, and that's what a Kalea is going to do, right? The Kalea is over there. You only have that one Purify on E1 right now, so if Light wants to go and grab anybody at this point with this kind of power spike that this lineup has for Aurora Gaming Philippines and the way they've been moving around the map, they'll pretty much be able to kill anyone. Oh, there it is.
Okay, there it is. That's Nami's time to start it all. That's Long again. Not able to utilize this Ruby. They also took out Zed. DFYG are not achieving anything when it comes to these clashes because of how decisive and how fast Aurora Gaming are moving right now. Super Ken in trouble. Doming Kite in the middle of it all. That's the shutdown. Massive kill coming out from DFYG. And Super Ken gets it. Yue has to get out. U1 is able to defend. And that's almost, what, 1,500 gold that Aurora Gaming lost in the just one clash?
I mean, Aurora, with the lead they had, just kind of throwing themselves at DFYG. That might have been a huge mistake, though, after giving that amount of gold over. and being down at Domenkite, they might actually try to contest this Lord.
Oh, Super Ken now in trouble. Or is he? Gets out. E1 gets the Lord. But now Lord is going to be taken out. AOG to save. Vel now will return the favor. Demon Kite in trouble, but in comes Storming, outputting the damage. Lapu-Lapu out. Zed receives so much from the Death Sonata. Super Ken's recall will not continue though, but they did take the Lord. Oh, what a taunt and a stun.
I think they
A
can just run it
triple.
down.
They might just run it down. You're right. Aurora Gaming.
Long will be up.
They will be pushing now. Long will be up for now. Does have the ultimate, but no flicker. Minions will spawn now. That's the big minions. Unfortunately for DFYG, they have taken that Lord away from Aurora Gaming. They will survive for now.
All right, they're going to survive. Demon Kite, is he going to get away?
Or Feather Strike fight off the mark. Yep, Demon Kite gets out of there. Just enough dashes. Edward wants to kind of fight this, but gets abruptly stopped by Mr. Vel.
Wolf, like, I get that Aurora's ahead and they're, making things happen here. But I don't know, man. If they continue to play the way they've been playing and they, accidentally give way too much gold to DFYG could actually turn this around. There could be an instance here where they somehow get enough gold on the right targets, and then they get tanky enough too to basically survive that damage being thrown at them. I mean, you already saw Zed and Vel. They're getting tankier. They're getting the items that they need, and who knows? I think even with the 6.5k gold lead that Aurora Gaming in Philippines has, once again, if they don't kind of tighten up here a little bit, they might end up making a mistake that turns this game around.
Yeah. Big shout out to our friends out there watching. I think Trex is watching right now, one of our friends from the NA region. How you doing, Mr. Wagner?
Hello, Trex.
But miss you dearly. 50 seconds before the next Lord right now. I think the Aurora Gaming should not make any more mistakes like that. I think that the lead that they have built means that if they do play this systematically and not risk anything, it's going to be easy for them to siege and take down the base of DFYG. But also, this kind of lead means that if they throw it away over DFYG, it's going to be a massive rubber band that Super Ken will be happy to get.
Look at these stacks,
Then we'll
though.
try to defend. Yeah.
The stacks on Domenkite, man. I mean, it's back. He's got stacks for days. Even the Granger stacks he's got. Lord's coming up, so I think I think that last team fight, the way it went when Domeng died too, they're just like, you know what, let's just make sure we grab this objective, make sure we secure what we need to. And here, again, pretty big difference, at least between 4th and 3rd place in terms of the prize pool. And of course, the pride and glory that comes with that. Once again, Lord just taken out so quickly.
Oh, what a mistake from Super Ken, popping the front rows. They want to fight this one. DFYG, they're not in a big advantage now. In fact, they will be taken out. Vel down for the count. That is the XP laner. Now Super Ken getting taunted as well, pulled in. Zed is going to go down. Ooh. And that's a triple as long also falls. Demon Kite to take out Super Ken. DFYG did not have the right to fight in that clash, but they did, and because of that, they're getting punished. Might even be the game, as Aurora Gaming are now knocking into the base. A killing spree for Demon Kite to end it all. They will try to get the fly clouds. That's not okay.
Oh man.
Okay, this is a different kind of of taunt, man. All right.
With the clouds, the cloud finesse, man. At the end,
cloud finesse
had to be one of the